Welcome back to the channel, guys. Hope everyone's doing well. It's an absolutely awful day out there today. It's hammering down, it's cold, it's wet, it's windy. Typical UK kind of October day, really. But I'm not going to be able to get out on the bike. So what I thought I'd do is I'd talk about the new camera from GoPro. So the Hero 9, which has recently come out, and it's looking really interesting. I've actually got one and I'm using it right now. One of the best things about this camera is it actually has a screen on the front now, so you can see what you're videoing, which is just fantastic for stuff like this, because previously you kind of just point the lens at your face and not really know, you know, what you're actually filming. So it's good to actually get a frame when you're doing sort of sit down videos like this. And also this camera's super compact as well. And I think that it quite possibly could be, if you were going to pick one camera, could this be the camera of choice? As you know, if you've been following the channel, I've been doing YouTube a long time, so I've got naturally going to have loads of different cameras with different lenses and all sorts of things for different sort of scenarios. But as a YouTuber, and I'm sure there's lots of YouTubers that will agree with me, there's always that niggle in the back of your mind, wouldn't it be great to have one camera that does everything, so that you just don't have to start using multiple memory cards and, you know, multiple cameras, and you combine all the footage. It just takes a long time to sort all that stuff out. Could this be it? I'm not sure. It's quite a big thing to ask. One camera that does everything, you know, wide angle, action, you know, sit down vlogging, decent audio. It's tricky. But maybe even if you're not taking things too seriously and just make casual videos here and there, this sort of thing could really improve your video quality and actually make things a lot more enjoyable in the process. So today I'm going to be testing out this Hero 9. I'm going to be doing the entire vlog on this, and I'm actually going to be using the media mod, which gives you the extra microphone, and I'm also using my Rode Video Mic Go, which is like a wireless microphone. So you might have seen this in a couple of the most recent videos where I kind of hand this backwards and forwards to people. It's a super elegant solution for having wireless mics, and as you can see, it's super neat on the camera as well. So this is a super compact setup. I'm going to take it out and about with me. It's dreadful outside. It could be quite an interesting test. I'm not going to use this wireless mic outside because I want to test the media mod mic, which is supposed to be directional. It also has a little opening on the back so that you should be able to capture your audio when you're actually pointing the camera at stuff. So I want to test that out as well. Also, it's windy, rainy, horrible situation. Great for the GoPro. This is meant to be weatherproof as well, even with the media mod on. So it's going to be quite interesting to see how it goes. Look at that, the sun's come out now, typical. Right, a few of you have been asking where this bad boy is because you haven't seen it in the videos lately. Here it is, and we're going to go out in it now. So that was me talking from behind the camera, so we'll see what the audio comes out like. I still love this super view on here because when you do videos like this, you can actually see so much, and that is why the GoPro is actually a really good idea for this sort of shot. If I was using my Sony, unless I use the Sony with my big wide angle lens, which is quite a hefty thing to carry around, you're just not getting that sort of shot. Let's go. Noisy in here as well, so I wonder how the directional mic's working on this media mod. I love this thing. Don't know if I'm going to be able to... Oh, I should be able to charge it. Slight change of plan. I wasn't going to park in that car park because it was £6. It was £6 to park there all day though, but I don't want to pay £6. So I've ended up with a bit of a situation. I've had to stick it here on these yellow lines. I'm not going to leave it there. We've got a electric or some sort of hybrid BMW there. This is actually, I think, is a hybrid, but hogging the space. I'm not actually charging. See, this is half the problem with the electric situation, the charging points. Again, look, another useful GoPro feature. You've got the screen at the front so you can see if you're not exposed. We've got a BMW, there's a BMW here as well, which is alright, Tesla. So everyone's okay. I don't think this Tesla's on charge though. So again, another parking space taken up. It's just ridiculous. So the other good thing about this camera is it's got a 1720 milliamp hour battery. That's really useful, because whereas before I'd be using multiple batteries, like on the Hero 8, I'd have to have multiple batteries and just keep changing them, which is a pain. Now I'm running this GoPro in linear mode, which is actually linear cinematic mode, 4K, 30 frames a second, that sort of thing. One of the things you can't do with this camera is get some of those kind of like arty shots where you get kind of close up and then have a bit of a bokeh in the back, which you can get with cameras that have got that sort of lens. You know, I'm talking like my Sony ZV-1 or my 6500. So that's the sort of thing. This is really kind of like an action camera for capturing action, I suppose. It has got some crazy slow-mo though. Now, I'm out on this. And I've flicked over to the wireless mic. Can one camera do it all? That's the question. So back on the Media Mods microphone. It has got a windshield on the front of it, so what I'm thinking is it probably is going to improve the audio quality. The normal GoPro audio we've always struggled with, just mainly because of the membranes that it has, you know, for the waterproof side of things. So the audio quality has always been a bit rubbish, but hopefully this will solve the problem. A bit chilly out here. So I just had a look at the footage back, played it back quickly on this camera. The audio seems really good. I'll have to check it out to see what it's like on the computer when I put it into Final Cut. But I'm thinking this probably could be a really good solution. The microphone is kind of obviously just below my mouth. If I had a crash helmet on, I probably wouldn't. You know, probably it's not going to sound as clear, but then I can just use the wireless mic anyway. But for general kind of just hopping on the bike and doing videos, I think this is going to be the one. Could be. Bit slippery for that, and there's a ramp the other side. Right guys, so I'm back. The battery's getting low. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, the battery is getting pretty low, and I've just went to film this clip and it just basically turned off because it was on 10%. So I don't know if it's something to do with the cold. It's made the battery you know, deplete a little bit quicker, as they do, lithium polymer batteries. But I've actually got it on charge now. And I'm actually running it because on the Media Mod you've actually got a USB-C kind of pass through, so you can charge the camera whilst you're using it, in theory. Actually, when the camera's in standby on this screen on the front, it actually shows the little power icon to show that it's charging, but when you actually record, it doesn't show that. So I don't know if it's charging whilst I'm recording. I'm not sure. Maybe this is something they've got to sort out with that. At the moment it's just showing one little orange battery bar, so I don't know if that's actually charging. Also, another interesting thing, it's getting a bit dark now, the light's getting a bit lower. So this morning I was here with this window in front, and obviously it was a lot brighter because it was earlier on. So that would be interesting to see what the quality comes out like. Low light is never going to be as good with a smaller lens. Also, I'm back on the wireless mic. I did actually kind of put a lot of the footage onto the computer as I've been going, so I can kind of work out, you know, what works and what doesn't. I'm really impressed with the Media Mod. I'm really impressed with the microphone on that. Listening to it back on the GoPro's internal speaker, I was a bit dubious in certain things, especially when I was in that multi-story car park and you had all the kind of traffic coming past. One thing I have noticed is the rear part of the mic doesn't really work as well. It's very directional, put it that way. So yeah, you can't really kind of do these shots when you've got the camera facing away from you and expect to get good audio. It's not really going to work. It's only really designed for that kind of front-facing audio. But that being said, you know, use the wireless mic, using the wireless Go mic, which I'm using now. It is really, really good audio. It's obviously just game-changing compared to you know, the GoPro standard audio. So, you know, if you want to use this as an all-round camera, I'd definitely just say use external mics, use the media mod and use the you know, the Rode mic. You need the media mod, or you need a GoPro USB to audio interface to actually use any external mic. That is, you know, a downfall. You're spending quite a lot of money on the camera, and then you've still got to pay more money to actually be able to plug a mic in it. But you do get the USB-C port pass through, and you do get HDMI out on that as well. I mean, why you would want a HDMI out when you've got a screen at the front, I don't know, but it's there if you need it anyway. It's a compact setup. I really like it. It's basically done the job that I needed to do, and that is, you know, a bit of sit down, bit of an intro part of the video for like this, and then out in the Twizy, bit of action shot, walking about town, picks up audio, and the video quality is awesome. You've got that superb slow-mo, and then of course the ultra wide and the stabilization out on the bike. You just can't beat it. I think all in all, for a lot of people, this could be a great all-in-one camera solution. I can't really fault it. It's great. I mean, the only thing that I would say is that it's probably going to be better for people that kind of get out and do more stuff. You know, if you want to sit in front of a camera, if you're doing a lot of those sort of videos, then there's probably better options, to be honest. But if you want a camera that you can take out and about, you know, some action, some kind of sit down stuff, you know, I really think this is good. So for vlogging, definitely check out the Hero 9. It's definitely got a lot of potential. There are other things on the market as well, like the Osmo Action and stuff now, you know, those sort of cameras coming out. Obviously the Sony ZV-1 is a great solution, but not very good for, it hasn't got any stabilization, so it's not very good for, but it's got minimal stabilization, so it wouldn't be any good, and it's going to be hard to mount that on you if you're going to be doing kind of bike shots, that sort of stuff. Anyway guys, I hope you found this useful. I've enjoyed making this one. I'll catch you in the next video.